Yes, this hangout on air is live. Hey, absolutely. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. We got this live YouTube, Google Hangouts joint jumping off today for the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast, episode 20. I'm your host. I'm King David, and I'm in here with my homie, my main Damie, my co-host, my partner in crime, Rebecca Lady Q Quarles. How you doing today, Becky?
What's going on, sir?
And we got
Hustle, hustle in the background.
back. Jim Kelly's son. Reagis, that is Rebecca Quarles' husband. Shout out to Reagis. We are Job Corps affiliates.
Yep.
Oh my God. Since we just got finished with that Taylor Swift.
Oh
my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's how she sound, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Rebecca, you heard a snippet of the Taylor Swift.
It was
hold on.
miserable.
Since we live, let's just do it like this. Oh, y'all don't know that Taylor Swift did a cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire September. Here's a snippet.
28th of September.
All right, now let's just for the sake of argument.
Oh my God, yeah. No.
For the sake of argument, let's go to the Earth, Wind, and Fire version, shall we?
That's a song that we walked out to at our wedding. That's terrible.
All right, now y'all notice it's night and day. It's Rebecca, speak to Taylor Swift fucking up Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You.
I'm getting a new fur coat for Christmas.
Dawson's Creek, that's what it sounds like.
He said it sounds like Dawson's Creek.
Oh my God. It wasn't that the show? Hold up. Wasn't Dawson's Creek the show that had that rapist father on there? Wasn't that Dawson's Creek or was that Seventh Heaven?
No, that was Seventh Heaven.
One of them shows had that rapist white
yeah, he was allegedly.
Which one?
Allegedly he was raping them hoes.
Seventh Heaven, the guy who played the pastor.
Oh,
right.
He had like child like
molestation charges,
pedophilia,
like Jared from Subway.
Allegedly.
Oh,
Jared, that nigga, he did it.
Oh,
his whole computer was busted after that.
He's like, OJ innocent. Oh, that nigga did that shit. Mm-hmm.
Right.
As soon as it got to the white man, that nigga did that shit.
Yeah, Hollywood's a dirty place.
Yes. So Becky, touch on Taylor Swift and her rendition of the classic September.
I thought I did.
Okay, y'all. So Rebecca on here acting a fool. She ain't got no. Talking about some. That's the song we walked out of our wedding to. I did it.
Oh man, that was terrible, man.
You know what?
You.
y'all don't mind her, Rebecca, and her cutting up. You know what?
Terrible. Oh my God! Just stick to like them sappy love songs. I just need you to date another nigga, break up with him, pay him, so you can write a song about him. Just stick to that. You're good at that.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
She do TLC. Niggas gonna die for real.
No, I'm just saying, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Don't do TLC. I'm just telling you to stay in your lane. Hashtag LeVar Ball. That's all I'm saying. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Taylor. Earth, Wind, and Fire is not your stilo. I It sounds fantastic if the white version came first. I would be all for it if the white version came first.
Well, we know better. You can't fool us.
It sounds good and white. It sounds like a good white folk song, but you know, white folk don't really have no soul for real. And then she slowed it down. Only thing she missing is to chop up the beat and screw it down just a little bit. Something like that.
Yeah.
Stop it. Don't do it. Like Sheriff Buford T. Justice from Smokey and the Bandit, nigga, like you can think about it, but don't do it. Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with these people? Now, let somebody like Chris Brown cover Elvis song or Ted Nugent or somebody who they really look to, like Bruce Springsteen, or let them do a Bruce Springsteen song.
It'd probably be a problem.
Then white folk would be ready to lynch us. How dare you steal Elvis' song? Well, I'm just doing a rendition. You stole it, nigga. You stole it. You do not have no right to use a Bruce Springsteen song. They would be all up. I promise you.
Reagis said, do you consider Bruce Springsteen music a song? The nigga barely spoke English.
In response to Reagis' question, I know that white people really look up to Bruce Springsteen. Now, to be honest, the only time I've ever seen him was that Super Bowl, he did, but he didn't do shit like Prince did. Prince shut it down. Prince did say for Super Bowl halftime show, fuck Bruce Springsteen. But no, I have never heard his music. I don't even know if it's any good. I know white people rock with him though. Or Journey. Let somebody cover a Journey song. Let a black person do Hotel California. You know white people love that shit. Let a black person do Hotel California. White people would be riding in the streets.
Gentrification.
Man. Oh my God, you like
you niggas trying to gentrify us. We don't appreciate those people.
Man, that's reverse gentrification. You'd be like, there's no such thing, Whitey Locks.
Oh my God.
You'd be trying to make up shit. That's reverse gentrification. You'd be like, that's not even a thing. What are you?
You stupid.
That's reverse racism. Black people can't. To be racist would imply that we have a system to enforce our prejudice. And last time I checked, didn't no nigga run this world. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Rebecca.
Man.
Rebecca's not wrong. But yeah, Taylor, don't do it.
Yeah, just let it go.
Just don't. Just do like Frozen. Just let it go. Just don't look. We'll let you look. We're gonna forget about this one time. But God damn it, don't do it again.
She gonna come out singing No More Drama.
Man.
Singing American Lives.
But she can't do that because her whole career, from what I understand, now I'm not a follower of Swift Taylor, but from what I understand, all her songs are about how all her ex-boyfriends ain't shit.
Kind of, yeah, pretty much. She get with dudes they date for a while. She breaks up with them on her new album.
So if you out here singing No More Drama, then that basically means your career is over. Who else you gonna sleep with and trash them in your songs?
You got a point.
It's kind of like Ron. I feel like Taylor Swift is the Ronda Rousey of the music industry.
Oh God.
One thing she does well. Outside of that one thing, she ain't shit.
Oh my God.
Covering that Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Bitches, you crazy. How can you improve on Earth? Look, there's no improving on Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nope.
No improving. Earth, Wind, and Fire can't even improve on Earth, Wind, and Fire.
True.
You don't touch Earth, Wind, and Fire. You don't touch no Teddy Pendergrass song. You don't touch no OJ's, nigga. Hell, don't even touch no Levert, Sweat, and Gill, nigga. Just stay. All white people, I'm here to tell you, just stay in your lane. Do not gentrify our songs because y'all are horrible at it. Right? Right. So, the great gun debates. So it has been in the news these past couple of months, well, actually the past couple of years, debating whether or not people should have guns. And if people should have guns, what are our rights as gun-owning citizens? Should teachers have guns? Should we just take away all the guns from the Negro and the world will be a much better place?
No.
Nope.
Do we
Good old
think that-
Michael Bloomberg said that BS. Take all the guns from the Negroes so they can, quote, stay alive. Right. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I ain't know you can hear him or not.
I can barely hear Reagis. I can send you an invite, Reagis, if you want. We can just get you on your own separate video.
Oh, it's all good. I talk.
Oh no, we can hear you much better now. We can hear you much better now.
All right.
But yeah, it's the old bait and switch they do with us. Just like, hey, look, we're just gonna have a day, and all you Negroes turn your guns. We're gonna keep you safe. And as soon as you turn in your guns, here go a Starbucks. When you see a Starbucks and a Whole Foods, your area's been gentrified. Know what I'm saying? 15 years ago, downtown St. Louis, wasn't no white people downtown St. Louis after about 5 o'clock. After all the lawyers' offices and all of the professional people and all of the bars, you know, outside of like bars and stuff, like there wasn't no white people downtown 15 years ago. Look what downtown St. Louis look like now, which I'm happy for the rebirth, but I'm just hating the fact that it's not one of us. But that's a whole nother thing. Reagis, what is your take on self-defense? Should we be able to defend ourselves? Felons, non-felons, anybody?
Yeah, that's a natural right or natural order there. Yeah.
So you're saying that is a right under the God, the Creator, that we all have the right to defend ourselves?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
So why is it when somebody goes shoots up a school, all of a sudden guns are the problem?
Now we could go conspiratorial on that.
Rebecca, I think your hand is covering the microphone.
Yeah.
All right.
I said I could go conspiratorial on that.
I mean, go
like there's a
whatever way you
pattern.
want.
Like every time it comes up. Like, could it be a connection, like some pharmaceutical / government thing? Like, because every time it's one of those people are on some kind of drug, and
or it seems like every time something happens in the world, then there's like a school shooting or some type of thing to kind of like distract you from what's really going on.
Yeah. I'm not saying drugs have something to do with it. It's like big pharma and all that good stuff. Yeah. It's like every time all the shooters have some form of drug they took. Like, yeah. It's like, are they planning? Are the government powers plan these people out there to shoot up the school just so they can push the gun control and get it out there? I don't know. Is that a possibility?
That is definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Throwing up false flags. I mean, they do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Donald Trump's going to nuclear war, and then the next day, like, you know, Taylor Swift pops up on the news. Everybody forgets about Donald Trump going to nuclear. You like you see, you see the headline that like Trump's gonna bomb Syria, and then like, you know, right after that, you know, you see some person like, oh, we had a new gorilla born at the zoo today. You'd be like,
we just went to war.
Like, okay, gorillas have babies all the time. I mean, you know, can we get back to Trump?
He like, oh, forget that war. Let's talk about that gorilla.
Man. Chicken and giblets are over there, nigga.
In South Korea, friends now, apparently. Yeah.
Man. I
That
think,
much is a lie. That is, but still.
but
I
see, the
have
thing
friends.
is, what you say?
I have friends who are against the
Second.
National Rifle Association. They are completely against it. They don't like them. They don't like the fact that people that American citizens have the right to bear arms. They hate it. And the same conversation that Reagis and I have is the question I have for them. What are you going to do? Let's just say if they enact martial law and they take all of our guns away. Do you know how much the price of guns are going to cost and be sold on the black market?
Mm-hmm.
I said, so basically you're saying like, oh, we're going to take guns away. Then you can't arrest everybody because everybody going to have guns illegally.
Pretty much.
Then what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know they're writing these laws in some of these townships that no one can own a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but did you see the one about in Illinois, whatever that county was? There's gonna be a sanctuary county for gun owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that old like Western stuff. Like when you come into the town, like, hey, everybody's got to turn their guns, type of thing. Like that's just completely unrealistic. But you know, it's funny because the UK is
This.
like very gun friendly. You know, but the UK, I think they don't know if they necessarily have a ban on guns, but I know they have like a high restriction on gun ownership in the UK, and they have like more violent crimes, I think, than we do. Like motherfuckers is just getting stabbed left and right, like jailhouse.
Yeah, and this so-called mayor of London now, like I already kept been mocking him for the long time. What they gonna keep banning all the weapons? Now he on knives. Like what the hell? Yeah.
People getting shanked up. Guns are the problem.
Yep. And now there's knives are the problem. Next, baseball bats, sticks, screwdrivers.
Oh, just take away my kitchen knives. Just take away all my cutlery. I can't cook.
But so I can't cut my chicken.
Yeah.
Well, in Kill Bill, they used a knife as a weapon. We should ban knives. No.
Yeah, and then it gets ridiculous. Then if all the vehicular homicides then they're gonna ban vehicles.
Yeah, let's just ban all the vehicles.
Man. Yep. Then they're gonna start
just ban everything.
Yep. But like I said before, if you can't ban evil, then it's not gonna happen.
It's an old quote. I forget who says this quote, but it's a white gentleman who says that evil prevails when good men fail to act.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, there's a whole lot of evil, there's a whole lot of bad going on in the world, but you need people on the good side to combat evil. And if you can be a law-abiding citizen and give up your gun, but are criminals going to give up their guns?
Nope.
No.
Is Ted Nugent going to give up his guns? And anybody who knows anything about Ted Nugent's racist ass, avid
he said that
yeah.
His racist.
a big time Confederate racist. But anyways, is somebody gonna go to Ted Nugent's house and tell Ted Nugent to give up his guns?
No.
I'd like to see them try.
Yeah,
I agree.
So I think it's kind of like what you said, you know, like if you take our guns, then it's just easier for you to enforce martial law.
Yep. I'm just saying the perfect example of that is Venezuela right now. No unlawful citizen has a gun and the government is complete control.
Some bull crap.
And they straight killing any opposition out there. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean,
no defense.
That's pretty much what they do here. Only difference is we still have guns because you see all the CDC doctors are starting to come up missing now. Anybody whistle on AIDS, any sort of vaccines, holistic. Oh, they all getting. I'm sorry. Allegedly, they disappearing. They just up and disappear. People just don't up and disappear.
Nope. It's always a reason. Yeah.
Like so, I'm just gonna leave my house, and then this is what's so funny about the news. They're like, well, he just disappeared and he left everything at the house. You know, if you have any tips, please call this hotline. Like, first of all, if I'm leaving, I'm grabbing everything of value that I need out of my house, all cash, ID, credit cards. Hell, I might pack a few clothes. If I'm going on the run, I'm probably just not going to leave everything just sitting there like cell phone, wallet, keys. Everything is just miraculously in the house, but the dude just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracy.
And then here comes Taylor Swift playing on the guitar. I'm sorry. All right, I quit. I quit.
I am pro-gun. I've never really had much use for one, but I do see the importance of gun ownership. And I tell women all the time, like, hey, like a little subcompact and keep it in your purse.
Yeah.
Especially like, you know, I work on the Metro Link, so I see a lot of women coming home like early in the morning, going to work early in the morning, coming home late in the evening, or hell, during the middle of the day. Anything can happen at any time. So women be like, well, I don't feel safe out here. I'm like, well, you need to get you some pepper spray on the low end, and on the high end, get you a pistol and keep it on you at all times because you're a woman by yourself. And this, I appreciate the fact that women want to follow the rules, but you have to understand the rules don't necessarily apply to every situation. They'd be like, oh, but Metro says that we can't carry. Fuck Metro. Metro is not gonna come save you when that burglar's on your ass. I'm like, do you know the response time between the time you call the police and the time they actually show there? You're gonna get mugged, you're gonna get raped, you're gonna get hurt, and the criminal's gonna be long gone by the time the police get there. So you need to protect yourself. I told this young lady, she used to come up to my station at Wellston all the time. She says, you know, we was talking about the same thing, like, hey, you know, you keep some protection on you, keep you a knife or something on you. I got a pink Beretta at home. She's like, but I'm just afraid to carry it because of my young sons. And I'm like, it ain't gonna do you no good sitting at home. Just carry it on you, keep it in your coat, keep it somewhere where you can reach it. You got the safety on, and keep it somewhere where you can reach it, but your boys can't. I said, keep it on you. You never know when you're gonna need it. And 2 weeks later, or 2 weeks or so later, she comes back to me. She tells me, she's like, oh, hey, I got that on me. Like, you know, she kind of, yeah, I was like, okay, that's good. I'm glad, you know, I'm glad you keeping it on you. And a short time after that, I seen her. She came through Wellston, and she said, you know what? I got robbed the other night. I say, for real? You know, young black woman. She's like, I got robbed the other night. I was like, damn, for real? She like, yeah. I say, so what happened? She's like, well, the dude just came up. Me and my sons, we were walking home at night. It's, you know, dude ran up on us. He got me for my cell phone, and he said he got me for my pistol. But she, before he did that, she's like, I managed to take the gun out. I got a round off. I grazed him, and then the gun jammed, like, you know, the next round jammed inside the gun, and dude ended up getting her phone and her Beretta. But the police ended up catching dude a couple hours later. So she told me, she's like, yeah, you know, she's like, you know, I didn't really get him, but I got one off. I'm like, that's cool. The main thing is you're safe. You're safe, your boys are safe, you made it home. Now, yeah, dude got your phone and got your Beretta, but imagine you not having your gun on you because you got grazed. I guess it grazed his clothes or grazed his coat or something. It wasn't a flesh wound, it wasn't a mortal wound. But still, I say you having your gun on you, that situation could have went much worse. could have went much worse.
I agree.
True story. So I'm like, always keep that thing on you. That is a God-given right. Keep it on you because you never know when somebody will try to rob you. Hell, and the rate is going for us black folk. You never know when one of these white supremacists is going to try to run up on you. You know, Donald Trump got his people feeling real bold now. You know, you might have to defend yourself. Now, I'm strictly talking defense, not offense. We ain't going out here. I'm not advocating people shooting up schools and movie theaters and all of this, that, and the third. I am all about responsible gun ownership. If you're going to own a gun, if you've never owned a gun before, take a class. Do not touch a gun without taking a fucking class. I cannot stress that enough. Take a class where somebody much more qualified than you can teach you all the ins and outs of the either revolver or semi-automatic pistol or, you know, semi-automatic rifle. Have somebody take you through the ins and outs and really show you gun maintenance, gun safety, gun control, things of that nature. And then once you get a class and you become educated on how to best utilize a gun, then I suggest going out and picking one up. Or if you already have it, take a class anyway, because I never really particularly owned a gun. I have wanted to, but guns, you know, it's like $400-500 to spend on something else. But I digress. When I took my revolver class for Metro, they really took us on the ins and outs, showed it, okay, this is how you clean it, this is how you unload it, this is how you load it, this is how you hand it off to the next person. You know, basically just general stuff, take you through the slide. And I felt like after leaving that class, I said, okay, I have a good general understanding of how this revolver works. Now I'm ready to go. So educate yourself, pro-gun ownership, defense, not offense.
I agree.
Rebecca, are you going to get you a pink Beretta?
No.
Are you going to purchase a firearm?
Yeah.
You are. This nigga popping back over. Yes. Oh wow. So when running a business as a black person, take your hand off the microphone.
Old man River over here wants a Colt 45
or 357.
357. That's a big boy.
Make a
357. That's that Clint Eastwood gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Dirty Harry gun. 357 Magnum.
I'm saying, make it count, man.
Man, that's an old lady up the street from me. She got one. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about she an old lady too, but don't let her yank that mug. That mug. I'm talking about shit be shaking on the wall. He'd be like, Miss Teresa, don't play. Don't run up in Miss Teresa's house. She gonna put a hole in your chest.
Oh yeah, hey man, it's on. It's over.
Yeah,
man. Look, I'm like, for real.
You getting what you came for?
Yeah.
Inside of your house, you probably have a shotgun.
Yeah.
A good shotgun. All you need to do is hear that sound in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially for home defense, the shotgun is perfect for home defense.
Yep.
Set it by the door, set it by the bed. Click, click. Yep. You ain't necessarily gotta have the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
that's a guaranteed hit if it's right there in front of you. Yep.
Yeah, I want me like a like M&P Shield 2.0 Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. I've been looking at that. It's pretty cool. I mean, for right now, I just want something for just a personal everyday carry. I don't want it's too big. I want something that I can just kind of fit in my pocket or hooded sweatpants or something like that. And then from there, I mean, I got a rifle. I got a 22 rifle at the house. That was my great grandfather's. And then 20 gauge shotgun at the house too. That was my grandfather's that my father passed on to me. So that's pretty cool. Haven't had a chance to fire them yet because they're kind of old. They're like around the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
Chance to clean them out real good, but I want to take them down to a shop and get them inspected. Make sure there's like no cracks or nothing in the barrel. Make sure they're safe to fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, other than that, I look forward to shooting those.
Yeah.
So, when running a business as a black person, should you hide your identity in order to get more business? Now, this is in response to a post. I forget exactly who initially wrote the article, but it was about this brother this black dude, who basically said he hid his identity from his customers for years in order to build his customer base, I guess mainly with white people. Rebecca?
When he says hide his identity, what did he mean by that?
Like nobody knew the company was owned by a black dude. Like he scrubbed like all like pictures and stuff of his family. He ain't got like no pictures of himself, his family. Like he got all white people on the website. And when he comes out to do like the little job bids, people would just assume he would say like he's like a general manager or he's a bid, whatever, or I'm just out here to do bids. I don't actually own the company. I'm trying to find an article on Facebook. Oh, here it is. This is a post by the Chicago Tribune. And they posted about this dude. I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, so the article by the Chicago Tribune, it says when building your business means hiding that it's black owned. Right. It's actually from a couple years ago, 2016. Yeah, so basically in growing his patio installation company, Dwayne Drawhan or something like that, erased all clues to the public that he, a black man, owned the business. That meant no photos of him or his family on his website, giving potential customers the impression that the business was part of a franchise, that he was a project manager, not the owner, and recruiting a white insurance company representative to conduct job interviews and assembling his white sales team.
Wow.
Yes. The covert tactics helped him to build more than $6 million over 9 years to a white clientele he perceived as racist, as he often encountered potential customers who slammed doors in his face in their homes. He said, "I never said I wasn't the owner. If asked, I would admit it, but I always said I was either the project manager or a designer," he said. Drawhan is among entrepreneurs who feel compelled to conceal the fact that the businesses are black-owned for fear they will lose patronage, either misperceptions that the products or services are only for blacks or to racial biases on the part of potential customers.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess my standpoint on it is I guess I get it.
Yeah.
You stupid. I
It's my
guess
church, y'all. Y'all can see them.
stop pretending your racism is patriotism.
Yeah. The patriotism.
I guess from a certain standpoint, I get it because it's almost like but it's also sad when we live in a world where a person has to hide who they are just to have a good, successful business.
Yeah.
Because and it also shows a lack of self-confidence and a lack of faith and trust that you have in your own people. Because that means that whatever your business is, you know that you're going to get your money from white people versus black people. And in order to get their business, you have to pretend that you don't own this company, or not necessarily pretend, but you don't actually say you're the business owner. So what does that say about your belief and your trust in your own people? that you won't get as much business or revenue from your own people than you would white folks? I just have questions. I mean, in my opinion, it's actually kind of sad. It's sad. It's like me writing my book, but then me not putting my face on my book. But because my name is Rebecca, I'm trying to appeal to the white audience. And because I want white people to buy my products, then I'm just not going to put my black face on my product, because then it won't appeal to white people. Because deep down, I believe and I feel consciously or unconsciously, that my people won't purchase from me and they won't support me the way the white dollar will.
I think it's the opposite. I think he was vying more for the white dollar than the black dollar.
Then that just really drives my point home. Like that's sad.
Because like you say, when he goes to, I guess, do job bids to white people's houses or whatever, he never actually says he's the owner unless he's directly asked. I'm the project manager. I'm just a salesperson. Like, I will say, I wish I would hide the fact that my business is black owned. Nigga, I wish I fucking would hide the fact that my business is black owned.
Tell me how you really feel.
Is you crazy? Nigga, is you crazy? I'm proud that my business is black owned. Nigga, I stand on that shit.
Yeah.
I want black people to know that this business is black. Nigga, this is my first business. If you look at my logo, the More Lawns logo, the hat is red, the letters are black, and the letters More is black, and then there's like a little green line More, or red, black, and green. It's real. Only people who are in the know would notice it. Only people who are in the know what a Moor is or who a Moor is. And people ask me, like, you a Moorish brother? I said, no, I'm just paying homage to the ancestors by naming my company More Lawns, and it's also a play on words. But nigga, I pride the fact that my business is black. I want people to know this is what my company stands on. This is what we stand for. This is who we are. We are a black company who does work for anybody, but I give preferential hiring treatment to black individuals. This is a black-owned, black-operated company.
Yeah.
You know, off top, I'm the owner of this. I feel like dude is ashamed to say that he's the owner of his business because he think that the white person won't get him no money. Look, yeah, you gonna have a whole lot of racist motherfuckers, but they don't care. They about that money. They might hire you and they might not hire you, but if you truly feel like I'm not good enough to do your business, then I don't want your business anyways. I don't have to have your business. You need me. I don't need you. You need me for my services, not the other way around. That's business. Nigga, I'm so proud of the fact that I'm black owned, black operated. Nigga, that means a lot. And that should mean a lot to all of us. Nigga, you should be proud to say my business is black owned. My book is black owned. This hair care line is black owned, made for black people. What is wrong with the old FUBU adage? For us, by us. What's wrong with that? What is wrong?
Nothing.
I'm not saying that I would never do work for white people. I'm open to do work for whoever. You know, it doesn't matter. The majority of my customers are black, and that's okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's just the fact that
a good job. If I'm good at what I do, most Caucasian people will hire you to do the job if you are good at what you do.
True.
It's a black dude who cuts a couple of the Metrolink properties. Black dude. Got his own company. He cuts it, trims the bushes, mulches it, everything. And I was having a conversation with this brother the other week because, you know, I'm out there. I was working at Wellston. I was watching dude. You know how you just be sitting back, you be watching folk. So I watch him, dude pulls up, all black crew, everybody working, got some hustle about him. So I'm checking it out. So I get to chopping up with him, like, yeah, I see you got some black workers with you. He said, oh yeah, you know, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, I like the fact that your workers got some hustle about them. You know, they own the job. Cause you know, when you do landscape lawn care work, like, then you need to be running like clockwork. You need to get the shit done and be on to the next job. Right. You be moving slow. You need to get it done and be going on to the next thing. So I said, I see, I like you. You know, got your little setup down here. Woo woo. You're like, yeah, you know. I said, so what? I mean, you cut property. He said, oh yeah, I cut this one. I cut Rock Road. I cut a few other little Metrolink stations that I'm contracted to do. I said, that's cool. And then people be thinking his company's like white owned. And he be like, nah, my company black owned. And people like it trip people out because people be like, well, I didn't know that black people did this work. I thought only Mexicans did this. Like, no. There's a gang of black people who do lawn care and landscaping. It's just you only look for the white companies who hire Mexicans. Because I could tell you just what, yesterday it was a dude on the other block cutting somebody's grass. And he black owned.
Yeah. But
it's just the fact that everybody mentality was telling dude, like, I didn't think black people could do this or get this type of contract. And dude, like, yeah, all you gotta do is have a business and bid on the contract. Like, you know what I mean? And then to the fact that, you know, based off of the equipment he was using, he uses like all steel, like steel trimmers, steel blowers, chainsaw. Anybody who knows anything about steel knows that steel is a very, very good brand. Mm-hmm. Steel will last you a lifetime. That I promise you, I will stand on that. Steels will last you a lifetime. Yeah. That's my dad. My father always had echo string trimmers and steel chainsaws, always. Yeah. So just looking at the fact, me being in the business, I'm like, okay, I see you investing in your business because you're buying good equipment. He said, oh yeah. He said, once I got with steel and figured out how good they was, he said, man, I ain't went back. He said, the quality, man, is just on another level. So that tells me that you as a black business owner care about your business because you're willing to invest in it. Nigga, I wish I would not tell somebody that this business is black. I wish I would. I'm the owner. This is what I look like. Yeah. Brown, I'm not going anywhere. You want my business or no? Get out of here, fucking nigga. I don't want your goddamn
right.
That's cool. You show right because I don't want your business anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. If they can vote with their dollars, you can vote with yourself. Yeah. There you go.
Right. You know, we have to start supporting each other, spending money with each other. Now, don't get me wrong. B, what's up, B? Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Not all of us black people do good business the way we should, because I had to cuss out the mechanic shop a few times about getting my truck up on the road.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
It was rough. So it is hard doing business with us sometimes. I'm not gonna say all the time. Sometimes. But you have to give them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. It's just like told me not once but twice in 2 days that I should be careful about leaving my truck open and leaving stuff out because people will walk up and just walk off with it. I said, you're right, Miss Brown. That's something that I need to work on. I don't want my stuff stolen. But yeah, I tried to I had a couple conversations with him. I tried to like, hey man, I need this shit done. Like y'all bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. I'm trying to give you the opportunity for repeat business. I told him flat out, I'm trying to give you the opportunity for repeat business.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he didn't want my repeat business. So after I had another meeting with him about why my transmission has been up here for 2 weeks and my truck still ain't running, I plug one of them computers. I don't know which one go to which, but yeah, I had a cuss dude out again. Cause I'm like, look,
Mm-hmm.
damn transmission been up here for 2 weeks and it ain't done. You told me last week it was gonna be ready this time. Then you told me it was gonna be ready this time. Now it's supposed to be ready next week. I need this shit done. Like, this is how much it means to me to get out. And it's not even about the driving fact. It's about the fact that I'm doing business. I need to do business, nigga. I need this truck so I can run my business. You're holding me up. If you here and your shop was burning, how can you feed your family?
Mm-hmm.
You can't, because that's your livelihood. But I told him, I said, man, once this shit's fixed, I ain't coming back. Okay. And they did get me together and they did, you know, like, hey, man, your alternators out, woo. But still, it shouldn't have taken all of that for y'all to get my shit fixed.
And you know, ironically, that kind of rolls into your other topic. Like, is it a good idea to automatically support your own?
Well, that was actually in reference to something else, but we can definitely divide that up on this one. Yes and no. Now, when it comes to building with people or going into business with people or being associated with certain people, no, you shouldn't automatically support those who look like you. Now, if you need a service done, then yes, you should automatically support your own. And then whether or not the service is good is based off of if you get repeat business. Now, just because I had problems with one Black-owned mechanic shop does not mean that I'm just going to give up on all the Black mechanic shops. No, that was a person problem. That wasn't necessarily a Black problem. That's just the owner has sort of a lackadaisical type of attitude, kind of like, you know, he kind of slow moving. You know, it don't seem like he had no hustle about him. Like, you own a mechanic shop, bro. You should be pushing your guys like, hey, come on, let's get this done. Get it out of here so we can get the next shop in, you know, so we can get the next car in. Apparently, he not like that, but I know that's his fault. Now, the head mechanic is something different. When me and him was talking, he already know the deal. Man, Dave, look, man, I be trying to tell him he need to call you, he need to contact you, he need to be more involved with these customers, Dave. He like, man, I'm telling you, I be trying to tell him, like, man, you need to call this man and let him know what's going on with his truck. Whoa, he like, man, he won't do it, Dave. I'm like, oh, I know it's not on you. I already know it's not on you because, like I told him when I had that meeting with him the last time, I'm like, leadership starts from the top down. You're at fault. You're to blame. This your fault. You did this. Well, how is it my fault? Do you or do you not own this shop? I am the owner of this shop, then this is your goddamn fault. Leadership starts from the top down. If I go mess up, if I scalp somebody's yard, or let's just say if my workers scalp somebody's yard, they're not going to hear about it. I'm going to hear about it. It's my fault. At the end of the day, it's my fault because I am the person who's running this business. But I am still going to do business with his head mechanic who's Black, and everybody in the shop is cool. I'm sure they do good work, but it's the owner who is keeping his business from really being successful. That's on him. Now, when it comes to us folk on a supportive level, like if somebody gets killed by the cops or a racist situation happens, like in Starbucks, these kind of two things kind of run together. No, we should not automatically support our own. We should condemn the racist actions, or we should condemn the evil actions, but we should not, I feel, support or give our support to individuals until we know exactly where they stand.
Okay.
Because if you look at Stevante Clark, everybody was riding for Stevante Clark. He got shot in the back 6 times, I believe it was, or was it 12 times? Anyway, he got shot in the back with a cell phone, aka a gun in his hand, and everybody riding for, oh, that's wrong, woo, 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 woo. And then a week later, motherfuckers had exposed his tweets. Oh, I don't like black women. Only thing I want black is an Xbox. Woo, woo, woo. I don't like black. Woo, 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 woo. Only thing I want black is my Xbox. Woo, woo, woo. You got your little racist Asian girlfriend co-signing your fuckery. And then people got mad at me because they like, oh, brother, this is about everybody, and we should stand together. I'll be like, why am I gonna stand for him when he obviously didn't stand for me? You hate your mother. You hate your grand. If you tweet not once but multiple times, the only thing I want black is an Xbox, nigga, that means you hate your mama, your grandmama, your daddy, and all your ancestors that came before you. And you hate your kids because your kids got black skin too, nigga. And people got mad at me because I'm like, no, I'm not riding for Stevante Clark. I condemn the actions, but I'm not riding for Stevante Clark because he wasn't riding for us. It's just like the brothers in Starbucks. The brothers in Starbucks with that racist action when they were waiting on a meeting. Do you know these niggas is only worried about lining their pockets? Like if you can, I don't know. Jason Black did a video on it. You could probably check out the audio somewhere on YouTube. But basically, when they got interviewed on, I believe it was like Good Morning America a few days ago. Basically, when they was interviewed, they didn't say nothing about, oh, this was racism, this was a racist action, woo, woo, woo. Oh, and what do you want? Nigga didn't know what they wanted. And then it's just kind of like, well, what are you gonna do? And then they lawyer jump in. Oh, well, we're gonna have a meeting with the CEO of Starbucks and a retired federal judge to mediate that meeting, aka these niggas getting paid. These niggas didn't say nothing. Well, what do you feel happened to you? Well, I feel this happened, woo, and this happened, and woo. But it wasn't racism, wasn't white supremacy. And then it's just like, well, what are you gonna do? Well, I'm just really concerned about myself and taking care of my family. Well, there you have it right there. You don't about lining your pockets. And so
what I settle out of court for an undisclosed amount.
Yes. Because you know the CEO of Starbucks wants to meet with the two gentlemen. And I asked a white friend of mine, and we might have him on the podcast. His name's Justin. I was talking to him. I was like, you know what? If this was an isolated incident, and I mean, he's not a racist dude. You know, we had conversation with him. But anyway, I was like, if this was an isolated incident, why is the Starbucks CEO going out of his way to meet with the two brothers? If this was just an isolated incident.
It could be isolated. I don't think it's an isolated incident, to be honest with you. But what I can say is I do think that it's a situation where, with the way that issues of like racism and certain prejudices, I can understand why he would want to meet with them, because he do not want the black people. Because like legit, like after it happened, the first thing that I did was went to the Facebook Starbucks page. When I tell you, in a matter of 30 minutes, it had over 800 one-star reviews. And that was in a matter of 30 minutes. So much so to where the person that like their site administrator, they went on there and took the ability off for people to be able to review them. It was that bad. Every time I hit refresh, it went from 8 to 850, 850 to 950. Like it was bad. Within like I would literally hit refresh every 60 seconds. People was flooding Facebook, and it wasn't just black folks, white folks, couple Mexican people. Everybody was flooding them. Who had a problem with it?
Ooh, I'm glad you said that, Becky. I'm glad you said that because, well, one, it's not an isolated incident because there was another guy who went to the restaurant, but he didn't buy anything, and the manager told him no. This was also in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And then the situation that happened with the two gentlemen at Starbucks waiting on their coworker or whatever to have a business meeting. You know, the white woman got on TV. It was the white woman who initially recorded it and posted it online. You know, that white woman did an interview with some little news people, and he was like, well, what do you think happened? Well, this situation was racism. I do believe the situation was racism. I'm white. Dead serious. She was writing for us harder than them Negroes was. Well, I send Starbucks all the time, and I never get asked to leave. As a matter of fact, I was just in Starbucks yesterday. I was with my son for about 2 hours. I didn't purchase anything. This is exactly what she's saying. I didn't purchase anything, but I stayed there for 2 hours, and I didn't leave, and nobody bothered me. Nobody asked me to leave. I don't get this problem as a white person. I can go anywhere and anytime as a white person, and I am okay. This situation was definitely a racist situation to these black guys. Now, the woman said she the one that initially recorded it and put it online. But when they get on TV, do you think this situation is racist? Well, I think this is a people issue, and we're gonna meet with the CEO and a federal judge, and we're gonna have some mediation.
Ham-boning?
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing. I think that's a bunch of bull. But I don't think we should automatically ride for those who look like us. Like, I really don't. People can get mad, but I tell them like this. I said, even the Haitians knew to get rid of the collaborators before the revolution started.
Yeah.
That's why so many slave rebellions in America were quelled, because of the coons. I'm sorry, I can't say coon because I'm going to get put in Facebook jail. I'm going to say collaborators. Facebook jail, y'all.
Facebook was not playing with you. They locked you up twice in 1 week. That's how I feel.
God. Nigga, I was feeling like Tupac after I came fresh out of Facebook jail. I don't bail California dreaming. So
right.
Out of Facebook jail, nigga.
Yeah. They got you like twice in 1 week.
Oh God. They got me for saying coon, and then they got me for saying fuck white supremacy. So fuck white supremacy and coons.
Man. They ain't playing with you, David.
Man, oh man, oh man. So, Rebecca, what do you think about the great Starbucks debacle? And should we support those who look like us? Automatically support those who look like us? Or
I don't think we should automatically support people who look like us. I've tried that and it's failed miserably. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Like, I think we need to have discernment with anybody who we support. You just can't support Black people because they're Black, because again, I've tried that and failed. I.e., this publisher that I knew, these two publishers that I knew that were Black, and their whole situation was just jacked up. And then the second one, I heard from initially, and then they just stopped communicating. And then the other one, well, they stopped communicating with me. And then the other one, they just never touch base at all. But then Black people get mad when folks are kind of slow to, support, because when you do try to reach out, you don't want to make it seem like you're punishing all Black people, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't support our people. I'm just saying have discernment in regards to who you support, no matter what their ethnicity is. I don't think nobody deserves automatic support because you got to be able to vet these people. So it's like at the end of the day, if I'm going to support them, I want to be able to come back and say, if somebody asks me why I'm supporting, I want to be able to come back and say why I'm supporting them. That kind of thing. I don't want to just give someone automatic support. And then then somebody else is asking me why I'm supporting them, and then they have a bad experience. And I vetted this person when I really didn't. I vetted this person without ever using their services. That's what I mean. As far as that whole Starbucks thing, it's just a whole bunch of bull crap. I mean, at the end of the day, old managers and people who used to work at Starbucks that was Black, they legit stated that was not a policy. Anybody should be able to come into the store at every Starbucks. How the CEO tried to say that, oh, well, even though they're using our name, some stores and policies are ran a little bit different, and that's not necessarily the case. So, yeah, I just think it's a bull crap. And I feel like when it comes to those Black men who decided to do that, like, come on, bro. Like, this white woman stood up and said the things that we have been wanting white people to say for decades, centuries. And here you come and just kind of put salt all over everything that she just said. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about that. So, yeah, it's some nonsense.
Right. Reagis want to get in on her? Or no? Would you like to touch on that, Mr. Reagis?
Starbucks thing as well as
I understand as far as Starbucks, I don't think they should punish the whole company because it only happened at that location. You can take it up with them, but I don't drink Starbucks anyway, so personally, I don't.
You know what? That feel. Yeah. I don't drink Starbucks either.
Not on a consistent basis, I should say, but
I like Bread Company, Panera, for you folks outside of St. Louis, because it's can't
Panera here.
But Starbucks, I don't see what the hype is all about. I had some Starbucks a few times, and I'm like, man, this shit is nasty. This is white people food.
Yeah, migrated to Panera is the same thing.
Oh, then okay. And as far as supporting the Black, I agree with my wifey, of course, but because you got to have
wifey.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta forgive me, man. Only had like 3 hours of sleep.
Man, she's tired.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my God, those Black guys are gonna try something. And they go like,
Oh, that's that Dave Chappelle. Those Black guys are gonna try and save us.
They say, hello, I've got 6 Black. Hello?
But yeah, I agree you should support, but you still got to look at the ethics involved. But
and supporting our own people and stuff. Yeah, this one have your discernment in regards to don't just automatically support somebody.
Exactly, because you gotta have ethics and proper practices too. So yeah,
true. Don't feel discouraged if one Black business does do you wrong. Like, don't feel discouraged. Try another one.
It's individuals, yeah.
Thank you. Like, don't hold all Black women accountable for the poor Black women that you dated.
Yeah.
Sellouts out there. I like white women's because they don't argue. Well, I don't date Black women who argue. So
and they don't wear weave, and they don't have fake eyelashes or fake butts. They don't have fake booties.
Oh God.
Then you have to think about the whole quote not argument part, because they're the ones that put antifreeze in your food. So there you go.
We've been watching a lot of snaps and murderous affairs. So shout out to We've been watching a lot of snaps and murderous affairs. Shout out to Netflix.
Just saying, antifreeze. There you go.
I mean, that's true, but when I just say arguing, I'm kind of like Rebecca. I'm not going to argue with you. Now we can have a disagreement. We can have a discussion and talk about the things that we disagree on. But as far as arguing, I'm not gonna argue with no female. I ain't gonna argue with no dude, even with. Well, no, some things I will argue to the bone. Like when dude said the Chinese people were smarter than black people. Oh, I had to argue that one down. I couldn't let that one go. Huh? Chinese people smarter than black people. Oh, okay, nigga, that's not true. That's not even sure. It's true. No, it isn't. No, it's never been true. Who taught the Chinese what they know? Ancient Chinese secret. But anyways, that's just my little rant.
I'm just saying they'll check these, you know.
Right. Let me see. Oh, okay. We got an hour in. Yeah. So let's switch it up a little bit, man. Let's talk about current events. What's been going on with you, Reagis? Regular.
It's been up for a couple hours, I guess. That's about it.
What's going on with your life? Doing anything new?
Yeah, Reagis is kind of like a homebody. He goes to work. He gets a swole on for like 14 hours a day.
14 hours. 14 hours.
Regis be in his sleep.
Work somewhere in there.
Regis be in his sleep working out. He be.
Well, that's sort of that's sort of true because I do sleep like though.
Look, it's nothing wrong with it, Regis. I feel you. I just got to crack jokes, man, because I love you, family. But yeah, I just had I had to go to the YMCA and ship so I can lose some of this hibernation weight from last winter. You know, I'm trying to get in my banana hammock by the summertime.
I'm done.
Trying to get my yellow my banana yellow bikini trunk.
Sir.
No.
Sir.
No.
Sir. When I tell you we're not going to be friends after that, because I'm going to flame
like that.
So hard. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call Yannick. So me and Yannick can act a fool on you at the same time.
Don't be like that.
All I'm gonna say is what Michael Kyle says from My Wife and Kids.
No.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not one of those guys who feels the need to wear.
Bruh, I would die. I am picturing this in my head. I would.
Bruh, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see no dudes. The only dudes who I consider it acceptable for you to be wearing bikini trunks is if you're like a muscle builder and you're in competition. You know, if you ain't one of like the muscle builder competitions, you got your little Speedos on. Okay. Anything outside of that, no, it's not.
Yeah. Or I guess you're in the French Riviera, I guess.
No.
Have a bunch of.
That's what they do over there. I don't know.
Some niggas do.
Oh yeah.
Just think, if you wearing them bikini bottoms, you got to get your anal cavity waxed at some point.
Oh, excuse me.
Exactly.
Ew.
You do.
By the way, yeah.
If you watch, hold on your face. If you watch those things, you have to get your anal cavity waxed.
No.
You do. When you watch the bodybuilding thing, you don't see no hair in the crack.
No.
And yes,
Rebecca, let me tell you something.
I'm just saying from what I've seen from regular waxing, I don't think that's gonna,
Bro, I ain't doing
no.
Bruh. I feel sorry for anybody who gets waxed anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but
I just watch the videos and make me cringe on my own. Like, what the hell?
Man, I seen a video of a brother. His girlfriend thought it was a good idea to take him to go get his I think eyebrows waxed, his legs or something. That dude was like, "Ooh, I'm done." She got stripped. She's like, "No, babe, you still get you." Like, no, done.
Hey, we saw, what was the one we saw when the dude had all that hair on his back?
I don't know what we was watching, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that dude about died. Like, Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Cause he did have he almost in werewolf mode back there though.
Yeah, buddy, he looked like his life was over.
They better put some narrows, something on that.
They ripped they waxed him and they pulled it off. And they tried to do it fast, but he was dying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you look like a grizzly bear, then yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he had hair everywhere. Like it was thick hair everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Was he
Caucasian?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I didn't want to assume now.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that, but yeah.
I mean, I got a hairy back too, but goddamn it, don't look like no wildebeest.
Yeah.
He would literally, you got cornrows on your back. You can braid your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you say that nigga back look like the beast from Beauty and the Beast?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Look like
a whole Yeti.
His nigga back look like Musasa, man.
Man, look like a whole Yeti. They waxed his back, sent it to China and Thailand,
oh no, that's
and put their wig together. There's 34C Brazilian Yaki.
Horn roll that nigga back.
Man,
you gonna put some Iverson braids in his back?
Got some put some box braids on it.
I want to smell that.
Put some pixie braids.
Yo, for
gonna
real.
get 2 Africans to do the micro braids on his back.
That'd be interesting. Braided hair back.
That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there's somebody who's braided their back hair before.
Yeah, I want to see.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. People stupid.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Somebody had to do it somewhere.
Oh my God.
Who is that guy I see standing there with new back weave?
Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Rebecca, what's going on with your book? Are you going with another publisher? Word on the street was you pulled your book from the Amazon market.
I did know. This is my contract with said people.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I wrote over 100,000 words. Didn't even know that. So I did pull it from Amazon, and I did decide to put it with another publisher. It's gonna cost me like $4,900 to do the publishing, but I get all the royalties from my publishing. The only thing that they make is 50 cents per copy. They do all my other editings. They do my book cover design, and they are the ones who find they'll from what I understand, one of the major radio stations here for us is 93.3. So they'll reach out to them, and then I'll actually have to do a radio interview with them, talking about the book, where it can be bought, what it's about, yada yada yada, to get it more publicity and notoriety. And it will be available in more stores besides Amazon. It's going to be available on Amazon, but it'll be available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, yada 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 yada. So,
what's that thing with Jennifer?
No, Jennifer didn't do it. She went through Amazon strictly. I'm going through an actual publisher. And then instead of it being 3 separate books, what I decided to do was put book 1, 2, and 3 all in one book. And then I put a few pages. I put a few pages of chapter book 4 in the book, and then it has to be continued. What
up, Gooch? What up, my nigga? What's good with you, pimp?
Gooch!
Yeah, we live on IG, man. Nigga Gooch the Great and Untuned in live on IG, man. That's a real nigga right there.
Gooch the Grizzly, man.
On the weaves, though. He be going.
Oh, my God. He be clowning.
I don't give a fuck. What? Nigga, we could be talking about some, so what you want for dinner? Look, I can't stand a bitch with a weave. I'd be like, nigga say Amber Rose is making her son a fag.
Gooch don't be playing. When I tell you that Gooch the Great is off the chain, Gooch is off the chain. He's a good brother, though. Gooch the Grizzly. Hey, Gooch.
What up? What up?
Gooch know he off the chain. That's my dude, man.
We live on YouTube,
Love
y'all.
Gooch.
Y'all can look us up. We on YouTube right now. Yeah, we live, everybody on YouTube.
All right, Gooch. I got my hair laid back. I have no weaves. No weaves.
Yeah.
Okay. No weave. No weave gang.
No nothing. No
I'm a
wigs.
straight
No
male.
weaves. Can't even do shit. Goose says,
Gooch.
hello, beautiful.
That's my dude, Gooch.
Yeah, Goose
That's
great,
my
man.
dude, man.
That Goose, yeah, he says he wants us to touch on Amber Rose making her son a fag.
Yeah, talk about her son being a feminist or something like that.
If I was Wiz, I would have
I'm not surprised either.
shot Amber Rose club up because anybody that has a baby with Amber Rose is losing out here, and I like Wiz. I really do. I like. You had a baby with, that's like having a baby with any one of the Kardashians. If you have a baby
It's
with
worse.
any one of the Kardashians, nigga,
It's worse, man. At
Yes.
least Kardashian's got that paper. Amber Rose ain't got paper like that.
she got that slut walk paper.
No, that ain't that Kris Jenner paper though. Kris Jenner is the new Hottie Flies of entertainment.
That is the new Hugh Hefner of entertainment, goddamn.
Yo, man, straight up, man. She ain't got that Kardashian paper though.
Man,
She does not have that Kardashian
you're
paper.
right. She don't have it. 'Cause she was a stripper, and then Kanye basically kind of brought her out the strip club.
Yep.
And
That's what you get. That's what happens when you save them. That's what happens when you save them.
that's what happens when you save them. Gooch, you still alive in this motherfucker, dog?
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't
Man,
save
Project
her.
Bad been trying to tell us for years. Don't
She
say.
don't wanna be saved.
Gooch the Great, man. You ever say the hoes take him out the strip club, dog?
Heck no, he ain't even gotta answer that. I know better.
No, I want to hear him answer. Gooch, you still alive in this motherfucker, dog?
Gooch, that's my
Want to
dude.
know? Yeah, we want to know, dog. Have you ever taken a bitch from the strip club and elevated her out the game?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
What Gooch say? Ain't no telling what Gooch.
Oh, he say he in the room. He not leaving. Nah, he said he never say the bitch. No. See, that's the problem. See, y'all be wanting to take these females about the strip club and expect them not to be nothing less than hoes. I mean, look at Cardi B. Cardi B came out the strip club. Yeah, she got some money, but she's still a hoe. She's a proud hoe. She's an honest hoe. I was an honest hoe, Mr. Calhoun, and all my hoes is honest.
What I can say though about Cardi B is that Cardi B wasn't looking for somebody to save her. Cardi B I can't knock her hustle because she kind of pulled herself out of it. To be honest with you, she kind of pulled herself out. Cardi B was already doing her own thing.
That's true. Yeah, we can recall the motherfucking grapes real quick.
Oh, help us all.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Let me get this nigga on here. Calling Gooch the Greats. Gooch, you know that nigga's supposed to have started a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
Oh gosh, no more bird noise.
Gooch the motherfucking Great in the building.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Shit, man. All is well, bro. All is well. How you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm living like every day Thanksgiving. I'm enjoying these playoffs and talking to y'all at the same time. What's going on?
That's real. That's real. Yeah, man. We just kind of doing some current events real quick, just kind of chopping it up about what we've been going on and shit.
But to answer your question about strip clubs, I'm gonna be honest. Being an LA cat, strip clubs don't really do that well because West Coast culture is a little different. It's a lot of pimping. Like niggas, like bitches take niggas out here. So I've never saved a bitch from a strip club. I fucked several of them. But I'm not giving you a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm not about to pay a bitch to teach.
A Chuck E. Cheese token?
I'm done, Gooch. I'm done, Gooch. I'm done. Oh my gosh, really?
The little fake pieces of gold and shit.
What I do when I go to the strip club, I wear some great sweats, no drawers. I get a lap band, and then bitches start paying me.
I'm done.
I turn the game around.
I'm done, Gooch.
I mean, technically, that's what you supposed to do.
I'm just keeping it 100, man. I mean,
see, that's real.
And the thing is, I don't understand how Kanye and some of these cats that are in a position to really get something new, something that listen to them, kind of like on some Coming to America. I like what you like, blah, 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 and they go get a hold. I don't understand that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why niggas trying to wife up strippers and shit. Because you look at Tiger the one that brought Black China out the club.
Mm-hmm.
So Kanye brought Amber out the club. Like, what's with all these dudes trying to elevate these hoes out the club? Like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
I think you should get a girl like your mama. Maybe their mama was a stripper. You gotta understand. Kids today are offspring of no good bitches. So yeah, they're searching for somebody like their mom. They want a bitch who can twerk like a long and touching their belly button. That's what they want. So I mean, it's just a different time.
Shit, I
think Kanye's mom was an educated lady. She was a teacher. So I think he lost his mind after she died. I saw the change in him after she died.
Yeah.
And he just went crazy.
Because when he did that 808s album, that's when his music really changed, when that 808s album came out.
Yeah, that distorted album, yeah, that shit sound crazy. Like, I mean, now Jay being with B, I can understand that. That was a hell of a power move.
Yeah.
And you see Diddy doesn't fuck with strippers, and Diddy just gets regular cute little bitches that will listen to him. You know.
That's true. Diddy got that contract with Cassie. He got the little the Dave Chappelle Love contract with Cassie.
Yeah, but she also understands that he fucks hoes.
And man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
and man, because that motherfucker was on the what was he on? The what was it, the podcast with Nori and them?
Oh, talking about we need to go out. Like, he stays on his head. He stays on this.
Man, baby, but we ain't partied like that. Nigga, like, we just partied last week. Nah, baby, but I'm saying we ain't partied like that. Niggas is like,
Let me tell you how the world is set up, man. With IG and all this shit. If you're a nice looking girl, here's your option. You could go to school and live a regular life, or just look good and show some of your body and live like a bitch who has several masters. If you're nice looking enough, you could be a kindergarten dropout and live the same life as a bitch that's a doctor.
That's true.
That's the times we live in now. So everything that we were told to do as children, as you grow up, you see it doesn't work. Like your parents say, go to school, get a good job, but then you have a nigga like 6'9" who has the intelligence of a fruit fly. That's a millionaire. So it's not computing. So these kids say, damn, I don't know. You know, I mean, times are just different, man. So that's why hoes are winning now.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got too many simp niggas out here.
Yeah, you have too many niggas that were raised by single moms and told them dumb shit like never hit a girl back and you don't do this. I'll beat the dog shit out of bitch. She got about it. No one is above discipline.
Look, you put your hands on me, man, woman. Put your hands
you really
on
don't even have to put your hands on me. You can lift your hand at me.
My life is in danger. Man.
I'll be like, she was a White Lives Matter activist, so I felt in danger for my life.
Man.
Yeah, because you got to understand the movement of lifting your hand, the next thing is to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop that. That's like someone pulling out a gun. I don't have to wait for you to actually pull the trigger for me to shoot back. They shoot you before you pull the trigger.
That's true, because the immediate threat is there.
Yeah. Your hand went up.
Yeah. Feel that.
So, another thing I want to say, I want to congratulate y'all on the show, man. You guys are doing good. You guys are staying consistent. You guys have t-shirts. You guys are doing a lot, man, and that's really good, man. A lot of people start with the podcast. They think it's going to be sweet, and they're going to be on iTunes immediately. And you guys, bottom, you're working up. I'm proud of y'all, man. So I want to say.
Man, appreciate that. Yeah, that ain't shit compared to what we finna be doing this year, because, sticking with current events, Y'all know I got my truck out the shop, and I'm back doing business. I'm rolling like a big dog now. So shit, we out here doing big things. Y'all go follow my business page, More Lawn St. Louis, on Facebook and Instagram. You can check out all of my work. We out here doing business, out here doing big things, and shit. We gonna put on more black people, dog. That's all.
And I think you go hard on some of the things I say. Like, let me tell you, for those who are listening, my man, he'll come on my page because I go kind of hard on my page.
You do. So, nobody.
I go kind of. He'll come on my page like, come on, Gooch. And let me tell you what else he'll do for those who are listening. I test him, and he doesn't. I'm gonna tell him now. I wasn't gonna tell him, but now I test him. I will Google. Like, I'll go on Google and I'll say ugliest black bitch in Africa, and then pull up a picture, right? And I'll post it, and that nigga like, damn, that's a bad bitch. I'm like, come on, man, really?
It's just the difference in our preferences of women. You like light women, white women, mixed women. Like, them type of females don't really do shit for me. So although I do find lighter women, white women attractive, and this, that, and the third, what really gets me off is like dark, really dark chocolate women, like dark of the berry, look like they came straight from the continent of Africa. I love them dark, goddammit. I love them dark. Love them dark.
And I'm posting something, but I know type of dark you like now. He likes Buffy the Body type. That's his. If he saw Buffy the Body right now, this nigga would jump off a bridge for Buffy the Body.
I got a friend like that who loves her.
I like titties, booty. I like some curves. You gotta have some meat. Yeah, gotta have some meat on the bones. I don't like them skinny. I'll tell skinny females in a minute, like, baby, you cool, but you too skinny. I can't mess with you. You can ask that nigga Demetrius. We was at 54th Street. It was a little skinny waitress kept trying to holler at me. And I'm like, look, baby, you cool and all, but you too skinny. I can't fuck with you. Like, no disrespect. You so funny. I'm like, all right.
You do know that skinny bitch has a vagina, though, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a certain preference of what I like in a woman, and skinny ain't one of them.
Well, everybody has preferences.
What I'm saying is, after 2 o'clock and the club is closed, I'll fuck a snake you on his mouth open.
I'm done. Go to stupid, man.
Not at all. Like, if I can't even, like, kind of get at least somewhat of a mental connection with a female, like, I can't fuck with her at all. I'm just the type of dude. I'm kind of like, I don't know, I kind of have a running joke. I say I've been around a few lifetimes. I'm kind of an old soul. I kind of like to connect more on like the mental level, and it stimulates the physical. So, that's just the type of nigga I am. So, if she could be skinny, and I'm not saying that I would never smash a skinny chick, but most skinny females who I'm just not into, and I will tell them flat out, like, look, you cool. That's not my stilo. Now let a big booty, Leighton Benton chick walk by, you be like, God damn, what's up, girl? How you doing? My name's David. I am the owner of More Lawns. How you doing today? Whoa. The thick women gets my rocks off. Skinny bitches don't do it, and Precious don't do it either. Speak to that.
Okay, Precious isn't great looking. Daddy should have been.
I mean, I'm just meaning like obese, fat.
I'm coming from the club at 3:30 in the morning. Just happen to be sitting on the porch in a sundress and no panties. And I didn't think anybody was looking out the window and could see for a second.
No, Gooch.
You gotta go around the back door. You gotta go in the back. You gotta leave.
Understand? Once you lift that stomach up, it be some good pussy up under that fat.
That's the type of chick that has to come through the house in the chimney and leave out under the Underground Railroad.
That's the type of chick Corey get at $50 too. That's the type of chicks that Corey get at. Hey, take this little $50. It's gonna help you with your kids.
Right.
When you fucking her. When you fuck up that bitch, it's gonna smell like it's burning rubber, like a tire burning.
Does it?
Well,
like when it's something about the He's a big chick. It smells like tire burning, like your tire.
Know nothing about that.
No, I'm telling you, I'm honest. Don't get me wrong. I done fucked everything except for a mermaid, and I'm learning how to swim to fuck one of them.
Oh, bruh.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm honest, nigga.
I mean,
it smells like a tire burning.
Hell the dog.
Oh my gosh. I never heard that before.
I don't think this right now. Probably, if you had to put her pussy in the top 100, this bitch pussy is amazing. It's just that not too many people find her because I don't have anything wrong with Big, but she just.
Nigga, that's like eating chitlins. God damn it. Me fucking with a fat woman is like eating chitlins. God damn it. The shit.
Chitlins is disgusting.
No, but that shit is terrible for your heart.
So you've never fucked a big girl?
I have. I fucked a few. Not many, but a few.
Okay. What's the pussy good?
It was cool. Oh, no. No, it didn't smell like no burnt rubber tires. No.
Burnt rubber?
Burnt rubber.
Smell like pine smoke.
No, they wasn't that big. Like I gotta, I can't.
And David said I have a preference. I have a weight limit.
You can't, okay. Let me put it to you like this. You know the story of the three bears, right? They come in, one porridge is too hot, one is too cold, one is just right. Well, goddamn it, I'm the baby bear. I want my shit just right. I don't want it too hot. I don't want my porridge too cold. I want it just right. So I like my women a little slim, thick, on up to kind of like BBW thick, but skinny and obese is out of my lane.
Yeah, a lot of people confuse BBW with obese. Some people are just obese. That's no longer BBW.
Yeah, I've seen some fine big girls like they just fine, but they a little bigger.
What's that one white model chick name that's married to that black guy? That's a BBW.
Who? She said
it's a white girl. It's a white girl who modeled.
You talking about Ashley Graham?
This yeah.
Talking about Ashley Graham.
That's a BBW.
Oh, yeah, you really into the culture. You know their names. I don't know the bitch's name.
I know it because I follow on Instagram. She a little thick little model. She trying to do the thick thing. She hold it down for the white women.
I have another confession. I fucked a bitch so big that when she was moaning, it sounded like she had sleep apnea.
Oh my God!
That nigga Gooch fucking them Biz Markie bitches.
No, why, Gooch? Why?
Yeah. How much she pay you, Gooch? How much did she pay you?
I know you didn't pay for that. I know you did.
$2,000 if you fuck me good one time.
He gave her an Uber ride home.
Money per se, but she was sending a lot of gifts.
Same thing.
Yeah, she would just, give gifts and, stuff like that. She didn't really have the finances to pay me. But, outfits here and there,
same difference. A bribe is a bribe. A bribe is a bribe.
with credit cards with $50 limits.
Giving that nigga prepaid Walmart cards. Look now, I just got 200 on this car.
She gives you a card, Nike socks
until I drive to her house. I didn't even know people still had gas cards. She still has a gas card. That's how good her credit is. And she put me on her gas card. And she was like, whenever you're coming over, just fill up. So I never paid for gas for about 4 years.
Woo! Using it for 4 years? I thought you was gonna say 4 months.
You know that nigga
for about 4
drive. Years. You know that nigga Gooch be driving that shit with the V12 engines and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, Gooch don't play.
She won't have enough water in her body to cry. If I'm gonna drain you, I'm gonna charge you like a battery.
If you dumb enough to pay for it, I just say if she dumb enough to pay for it, go for it. Yeah.
I have never paid for it.
Man.
You know what? When I realized I really kind of missed her when I had to go and Chevron one day and be like, give me 80 on number 2. I didn't used to have to do that. I just like a little card, and go on. I was like, I kind of missed the bitch, but no, it is what it is.
No, you missed that gas, that free gas, sir. The
that
free
gas
gas.
I think he had like a stroke 3 years later. So won't he do it?
Wow.
Won't he do it?
Gooch, I'm not gonna play with you, man. I'm not.
This guy.
Okay, stand Gooch. Oh my gosh, he's stupid.
Oh my god.
Gooch, stupid, man.
Damn. That's crazy.
Gooch, stupid, man.
Hell no.
I miss y'all, man. I miss because I was, like I said, I'm watching the games, and I saw that y'all were on, man. And whenever I get a chance to support, I'm going to support. Y'all can call me anytime. Y'all really my family, man. I talk to y'all.
Yeah, man.
What female gets to have y'all had on the show, like special guest?
Yeah, always. You always welcome, Pippin. It ain't nothing.
Always, you Gooch, man. On this thing.
Look, I'm a cool dude. I pretty much give anybody an open invitation to do or say whatever, as long as you don't betray my trust. And when you do that, you ain't got shit else coming. So that's just the way I look at it.
I'm solid.
Oh yeah, you straight. I mean, look, like I say, everybody, well, not everybody, but most people could be on my good side, and I give niggas a chance. That's all.
Right. I never started in Purple Rain, but I'm still a friend.
Right. But starring in what happened to your podcast, man? I thought you was gonna do that.
Okay, let me tell you what happened. So we had a cat that wanted to be executive producer. So I gave him an idea. I said, we can do a podcast, blah, 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 blah. So we did a test run. And I knew it was a test run. Basically what we were doing, we were setting up the mics. We were setting up the cameras just to get, like volume and, all the angles right. So during this test run, which would basically be practice, I was chewing gum. So he was like, yo, you can't chew gum. I said, well, I know if this was a real recording, I couldn't chew gum. But as of right now, I'm chewing gum. So they did something to where someone brought up a topic and you talk about it. So the topic was Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I never saw Black Panther, so I can't say anything. Like, if I've never seen it, there's nothing to say. Long story short, he showed a couple people the pilots to practice, and they were like, well, on the end, he isn't saying anything. So he came back to me and said, man, well, people don't think you're funny. I said, nigga, it's a practice. So I gave him my Allen Iverson spiel. I was like, practice? Oh, no, this was a practice? Not the game.
Right.
But practice? So one of the chicks that was on the show, he's fucking her.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, long story short, it didn't work out. No hard feelings. I wish him the best. It is what it is. I'll just do something else. But it's going to be on my terms this time. But for someone to say, I'm not funny or I don't have a personality, I think they sound retarded.
But, like, you can't.
Because you know who you are.
Yeah, I would say a podcast, you don't practice a podcast. Like, Charlemagne, Envy, and Yee don't just wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, guys, we're going to practice what we're going to do on the breakfast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No, nobody like that's absurd.
Right. See, well, they just wanted to get the angles right. See, what he's trying to do, he's trying to get I think he wants more or less a talk show. He has to understand that a talk show and a podcast are two different things. A podcast is a freestyle to where people are acting freely of who they are.
True.
Now, you go on the talk where it's a production. And yes, you have a writer's meeting and you have meetings before the show. You got to go over the topic. That's not a podcast. A podcast is I can get their link and still sit down and.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, you fall off?
Possibly. We still on here. I don't know where.
Yeah.
I really don't. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I want to be on the air. I mean, as far as being a singer, I just want to do radio. I want to be like some Opie and Anthony type shit. You know what I mean? So Richie Smiley type shit.
You need satellite radio so you can say whatever you want to say.
Right. I think I want to do that, and I want to be able to have females in there because that just say what they want to say. They can look any type of way. I don't want them to feel the pressure of thinking they have to be built like this or be like this. Just be yourself, because no one can see you. We were just talking and having fun. So I think that would be a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, buddy. So in other current events, rest in peace to Barbara Bush. God damn it, the white supremacist bitch who married a white supremacist who had 2-3 white supremacist children. Rest in peace to Barbara Bush. Anybody?
You don't get Barbara Bush credit?
Credit for what? Fuck that bitch.
No, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't think people realize this. She's the only bitch that was married to a president and gave birth to a president.
Nah, that don't mean shit to me. On my list of accomplishments, that's low. She could have, but see, you gotta understand, their family is connected. So either way, it's just like Jeb Bush got his little office in Florida and his little other Bush got the president, like they was already connected. That don't mean shit to me. They got oil money. The fact that you had a president.
You know another bitch pussy is productive than Barbara Bush.
Who's that?
Name one.
As far as like president, like ain't one.
Catherine Jackson, had all the Jackson.
I mean, yes.
That bitch pussy is a mate. She was fucking a president and gave birth to senators and a president, man. That's golden vagina.
Yeah, on my list of accomplishments, that ain't shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Don't give a fuck about her, her daddy, her family, her husband, her son. Fuck her son. Fuck both of her sons, goddamn it. Fuck her. I don't give a damn about Barbara Bush. Just because you had another president, you had a little dumb ass nigga come out your pussy and he ended up becoming president, that don't mean shit to me. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all. Fuck Barbara Bush because she's a racist piece of shit, and she the one that had really spoke out against them. Hurricane Katrina victims who were 99.9% black. She spoke out of them. Well, you should be comfortable in your poverty and this, that. No.
You posted that clip.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next? Because I think I have a topic that would be great for this show. What's the next thing?
The next thing was Stevante Clark, the brother of Stevante Clark, who was shot in the back a few weeks ago, was arrested.
Gooch said, who?
He is a dumbass nigga who's getting famous off of the fact of his brother getting killed. And yeah, he the dumbass who's in the courtroom. Yeah, him. So apparently he was doing some more dumb shit. According to the New York Post, Sacramento police have arrested the brother of an unarmed black shot in the back, killed by officers last month. That was Stevante Clark. Online jail records show 25-year-old Stevante Clark was arrested Thursday and accused of making threats to commit a crime resulting in death or great bodily injury and telephoning 911 with the intent to annoy or harass. Sacramento Police Department confirmed the arrest to the Sacramento Bee. Clark is not eligible for bail and has scheduled court hearing Friday, which is probably yesterday at this time. His younger brother, Stevante Clark, was killed by officers who thought he had a gun. Investigators only found a cell phone. And he basically entered the spotlight when his brother got killed. So that dumbass nigga got locked up for doing dumbass shit. So I've been told y'all about this clown. I told you about this clown like 2 episodes ago. Told y'all about this nigga. You out here bucking your eyes, you dancing on tables and shit. Do y'all love me, Sacramento? Do y'all love me, nigga? This ain't no goddamn concert, nigga. You better walk in there with an agenda. Oh, he walked in there with an agenda, all right, because as soon as he came out that mayor's office. Oh, it's all good now. It's all good. No, yeah, don't worry about nothing, y'all. It's all good now. His pockets got lined. But this the same dumbass dude who was flexing at, I think it was like a phone store. Some dude was holding a brick of money to his ear, and I'm pretty sure that was the donation money that people had given for his brother's kids and his family. So this dude out here holding a little brick phone up to his ear, and this, that, and the third. Like, man, just and he look, fuck that nigga too.
He's making it very easy not to feel sorry for his brother's death.
I don't feel sorry for his brother's death. Because one of the things that we actually discussed earlier is, do you automatically support your own? Well, the answer is no. You don't automatically support your own because you got to understand where people are coming from. And this situation with Stevante Clark had to make me really look at it, because at first I was like, and don't get me wrong, I am not condoning the killing of an unarmed black man. I'm never condoning that. I'm never downplaying that situation. However, when you say the only thing I want black is an Xbox, and you don't want nothing black, which means you hate your black mama, your black daddy, your black grandmama, and all your black ancestors. Then you got your little Asian girlfriend co-signing your racist bullshit on Twitter. When that I was like, okay, this nigga really didn't want to be black. He really hated himself and hated the woman who gave birth to him. Why should I ride for him when he was obviously not riding for us? So him and his brother, and I knew his brother was Stevante, the nigga who got locked up doing dumb shit. I knew when this nigga was on TV with this whole matador looking outfit on doing the interview, I was like, that's something. He out here trying to get attention or something. Like, what's with all these? And I mean, that might be that new generation that you was talking about, Gooch, because it seemed like these young niggas just gotta have some attention. You got it. As soon as the TV camera comes on, oh, your eyes get bright and you start doing the jazz hands and the Mr. Bojangle. Give me that money, y'all.
Yeah. Everybody trying to be famous. And you don't know what it costs.
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of his antics, and to answer your question, some of the things I'm about to say, people can say what they want to say about me. I really don't care. Hold on.
Okay. Gooch is getting ready to say some really profound shit that's probably gonna make you mad. Not me,
okay,
but you.
I don't support things because sometimes we do put ourselves in fucked up situations. And what happens is when we support foolishness, it makes it hard for us to have any type of leverage when something real happens. So we can't support a motherfucker who was doing wrong, who robbed the bank, and just because he didn't shoot at a cop, and he got killed, they have the right to kill him. What people have to understand is this: you have to respect the law at all times. Once you think you don't have to respect the law, if something happens, then how can I support that? I mean, that's how we lose every time. We can't. The situation with dude in Sacramento, I don't know how true it is, but I heard he was knocking out windows, and someone did see him in the backyard. Cops run to the house, and unfortunately, he got killed. My question is, why the fuck are you in the backyard? It's dark. Why didn't you go in the house? Like, who just kicks it in the backyard pitch dark? So is it a possibility you were hiding and they found you? Did you deserve to die? No, because you were unarmed. But let's talk about things that led to the shooting.
True.
If you weren't busting out windows, if you weren't hiding in the backyard, possibilities, you'll be alive right now. So it's a lot of things that happen in the black community that, okay, the cops didn't have to kill us because they don't practice the right tactics with us. I just saw a video where a white dude was fighting with a cop, hitting and tackled him, and they didn't kill him.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Right. So being that we know that, let's not put ourselves in those situations.
Right.
That's how you have to look at it. If you know that you don't stand a chance, why put yourselves in those situations? What about the Castro dude, the dude that had the Spanish name, that was in the car with his girlfriend?
Philando Castillo.
Okay, I'll speak on that one. When hearing it, I thought it was wrong. When I saw the video, I had to look at it different, because you have to look at it from the officer's standpoint who's trying to get home to his family. He asked for the dude's license and registration. He gave it to him. You didn't have to mention a gun. All the dude was going to do is take your license and registration.
Well, that's protocol. Well, I'm not sure in all states, but in most states, when you get pulled over, you're supposed to tell the officer, I have a gun, I am licensed to carry, my hands are on the steering wheel, you know.
But when dude said, I don't want to see the gun, don't reach for the gun, and he kept reaching, then I have to look at it differently. Number one, if all you ask for is my license and registration, I'm going to give it to you. So chances are he's just going to go run it. If everything's fine, you're on your way home. Only give information for what they ask for. Now, if they say, hey, by the way, do you have any firearms in the car? Yes, I do. Where is it? They're probably going to say, step out the car and let them find it. I'm not reaching for anything. Sometimes they put themselves in a situation for something to happen. If you're arguing with your girl, and you're like, look, let's leave this alone. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And if she keeps going, chances are something's going to happen. You have to know your limit. You have to know when shit's about to get serious. We have to make better decisions. If we were in a bank and motherfuckers came in with machine guns saying, hey, nobody move, and you think you just want to start moving, you're going to get killed. Just go along with the flow and you'll make it home. Now, the dude that got choked in New York, that was totally wrong, selling cigarettes. I think that was horrible. There's been a couple of deaths that I thought were horrible. And that could have been prevented if we would have acted right.
Yeah.
You can't be reaching. Yeah, you can't be reaching all that type of stuff, man. You can't.
Real.
Well, I mean, some people might say, oh, this niggas are cool or whatever. No, we have to teach our people how to make better decisions.
And more importantly, you have to teach our people to be multi-dimensional thinkers. Can't just think in a linear aspect, because, you know, there's usually fault on both sides. Like, there's something the officer could have done better, and there's something somebody else could have done better. You know what I mean? There's always, you got to look at it from both sides. There's always at least three sides to a story. There's my side, there's your side, and there's the truth. You can't just.
You remember the black chick that got pulled over and she kept talking crazy and he was like, step out the car. She's like, I'm not stepping out the car. And he had the taser and walked the car. Yeah. I don't feel sorry for her. Some things you just can't feel sorry for.
Now, as far as like Sandra Bland, I would say I feel sorry for her. You got locked up, but did she hang herself in jail? No. No,
I don't think she hung herself.
You can't, nigga. I've been to jail. They take anything that you possibly.
It would be hard to do that.
Aside from your shirt, your pants, and your socks, they're taking everything else that you could use to harm yourself. Shoelaces, belts, shit, hoodie strings. They'll make you cut strings out of your hoodie if you keep it in lockup. So, yes.
And if you figure anybody that's over 100 pounds, even if you, well, number one, there's nothing to tie a knot on when you're in a cell. they have those little air vents at the top, but the holes are so small. There's no way you're getting some of your t-shirts through there.
Right.
You have bumps, but it's nothing to tie your bump on. You have a sink, but there's nothing to tie anything on the sink. You have a toilet. Mm-hmm. So when people say they hung themselves, that's a hard sell. I can't buy that one.
It's almost like how?
I don't want to buy that one.
Say how?
Yeah.
You don't have the answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because any nigga over 100 pounds, I don't care how good you tie knots. If you lean forward, that towel gonna come. I mean, that shirt gonna tear.
Yeah.
Just like Aaron Hernandez didn't hang himself.
I agree.
Now, wasn't that the dude who had CTE?
Allegedly.
No, Aaron Hernandez was the football player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had CTE.
He had some type, but he had like a lot of other, I think, financial issues.
It was him or somebody had a CTE.
No. They did try to come out and say that Aaron Hernandez did have CTE after he passed away. They were trying to say, oh, that's what drove him to commit suicide.
What is CTE? It is the thing.
I'll look it up real quick. Hold up.
Causes you to
What is CTE?
Hold on. CTE NFL.
CTE is called chronic traumatic encephalopathy. CTE is a progressive degenerative disease of the brain found in people with a history of repetitive brain trauma, often athletes, including symptomatic concussions as well as asymptomatic subconcussive hits to the head that do not cause symptoms. And these are allegedly what CTE is supposed to look like, I guess.
Okay, well, this is what happened. After they did the investigation, they came to find out this. Aaron Hernandez, he was, of course, he was about to do life for murder. And then he was about to get charged with another murder. It was a stipulation in his contract to where if he passed away or something, that his daughter could receive the rest of his pension. But he had to die, at a certain time. Do I think he hung himself? No, but I do think with the money that was left over in his pension, I think his daughter is going to get like $42 million or something. I have no doubt in my mind that if two prison guards, hey, out of this $42 million, I'll make sure you guys get $1 million apiece. If I die, they have no problem killing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no way a dude 6'7", 260 pounds, hung himself in a jail cell.
No, not at all.
Nothing can hold you up.
It's basically impossible. Well, it's not impossible. It's nearly impossible. Because
I'm gonna go on the limb and say it's impossible.
Yeah.
Well,
can you hang yourself in the jail? Yeah, that's probably impossible. Yeah, probably leaning towards it. Yeah, who knows? But,
I'm gonna Google that because it has to be. If it's been done, there has to be some pictures.
Probably from like back in the day. Probably nothing. The last 30, 40 years.
People hanging themselves in jail or how to?
Yeah. Have they?
Can you Google that, please, young lady, and see what comes up?
It probably hasn't been done the last 30 years or so. Unless you got one of them real old prisons or something like that.
I don't care if the prison was built in 1820. It's not, what in there can hold someone over 150 pounds?
Shit,
and where you gonna hang from?
I don't know.
That's just a hard sell for me, man. I can't go for that one.
That's real. Rebecca.
With me being locked up and having the past and doing time in jail, I don't see that one happening.
Yeah, I can't see it either, to be honest with you. Rebecca, do you have the receipts?
Do we have any receipts for hanging in jail?
Hey, your head's covering the mic.
Oh, sorry about that. The only thing that comes up, it doesn't really show any hangings in jail. It shows like demonstrations of lynchings. like when people were lynched, but there's nothing coming up with like people killing themselves in jail. Like lynchings and public executions.
Right.
Like public lynchings, you know what I mean?
That's not
But
hanging yourself.
there's nothing coming up with people like hanging themselves in jail. There are no photos.
Right. Well,
That's how you know it hasn't happened, because you can type in "girl getting fucked by dog" and you get a picture of that. So if it
that's real.
there would be a picture.
That's real.
man.
But yeah, I'm steady scrolling through, and the only thing that's coming up is like demonstrations of like lynching ropes and people being like public execution by lynching. But that's it. Nothing of like somebody killing themselves.
Okay, you know how in the jail you have the buttons for hot water or cold water, right? But the buttons up, you know, you press it down, the water comes out. But those buttons are only about, they're not even long enough to put a rope around. A rope, I can't. It's not long. I don't see it.
No. Yeah. So.
Because the bunk beds, even when you have a bunk bed, it's not like that pole that leads up to the second bunk. The bunk is built into the wall. Let's see. Let me climb up there.
Yeah.
Okay, do me a favor. So look up a jail cell. Look up jail bunks.
Look up the jail bunks.
Jail bunks.
Because I know I've been on top bunk before, and I know I didn't jump up there. I had to step on something.
Yeah, it was a. I see one of these. One of them is a 2, and one of them is like a 3. Like a 3-layered bunk bed. One has a ladder on one side, like the typical bunk beds you would find at home, and then the other one has a ladder on the side. So it's like the 3 beds. They look like a shelf, and then on the side of on the side of each shelf is like 3 or 4 steps, so you can get on the top bunk.
Now, does it look okay? Could you tie something around that?
I mean, you could, but it's not far enough for somebody to hang themselves. It's not far enough. Like,
is it far enough to where someone put it around their neck and just lean forward?
No, I mean, if they lean forward, they'll still be standing up straight.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking the motherfucker still be standing up.
Right, they'll be standing like feet flat on the ground.
I'm not going for the hanging. Yeah, I'm not going for the hanging.
Right, we're not going for the hanging.
And I'm 5'2", and I'm looking at the dimensions of this is 12-inch by 33-inch, 27-inch by 76, 32 by 76. Yeah, there's no way that anybody could have not. I mean, only way that somebody would be able to hang themselves is if they was a midget. And if they was a midget, they would still be at least standing on the second bunk. Like there's no way that somebody can hang from that. A top like an infant, yes, but like not a grown person, no.
Right, not a grown person.
So.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it. But Gooch the Great, what you got to promote, Pepe?
I really don't have anything, man. I'm doing my writing. I periodically go to the 5150 shows in certain cities, so be looking out for me, man. And follow Gooch the Great on Instagram and Twitter. And once again, thank you guys for having me on the show, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I love you to death.
Oh, most definitely, man. Yeah, we appreciate you help filling some of the time for us.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great show, and I'm out. All right, St. Louis, love y'all.
All right, Gooch. See you later, Pepe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You text me, say you can't hear me?
That was a while ago.
That was like 19 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Becky, what you got going on? How can the people reach you?
Reach me on Instagram, LadyQ1502 at Instagram. Also, you can reach me at Quarles on Facebook for right now. And be looking out for my book. I will keep
Righteous.
you guys updated.
Righteous. Well, we finally figured out how to do the Google
Right.
Hangouts, whatchamacallit, so y'all can see the video of us here. So this is what we'll be doing from now on, and we're still gonna try to get the audio on the Google Plays and the iTunes and the whatnots. But at least we got some video. So
yay!
Socially conscious crew. Matter of fact, shout out to Yannick McCook because he's the one who put me on to the Google Hangouts, YouTube Live, whatchamacallit. So shout out to Yannick McCook. We couldn't do it without you. Couldn't figure it out the last time, but this time we got it figured out. So I'm so happy that we have video. You could see us being animated that you couldn't see with the audio, just like strictly being there. So about that, because me and Rebecca are really animated on here. So it kind of adds to the whole ambiance of the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. But I am David Landrum. You knew that, but I'm telling you anyways. I am the owner and operator of More Lawns LLC.
Yes, what's up, man?
Landscaping company. Well, I'm not a landscaping company. I'm a land care company. We do land care. We make love to your properties. That's what we do. You can follow us, my business page, More Lawns St. Louis, on Instagram and Facebook. It's MOORLAWNSST Lewis on Instagram and Facebook. You can also reach me on the gram at The Overweight Lover. That's the letter D, OVR, WEIGHT, LVR. You can reach me on Facebook at Dave Landrum or Use K Urameshi. That is my backup page. And
or you can reach him doing backup singing for Taylor Swift. Oh, yeah. You're not doing no backup singing for Taylor Swift? No. I guess that's no, people.
This nigga here. Nigga, way better to be Taylor Swift backup singer. Besides, I'm the wrong shade. Yeah. So, pretty sure that's it. It's 10 o'clock St. Louis, Kansas time.
Yes.
2 hours, man. I think it was show. Gooch the Great stopped by. That was pretty unexpected. But that's
good.
Hey, that's, we the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. Like I say, we don't really necessarily have a set way of doing things. It just, we got topics, and then from the topics, we just, go from there. And so we had an unexpected guest in Gooch the Great. So shout out to Gooch the Great. He's a cool ass dude. Fucks with him. And that's it. So we'll holler at you guys next week for a new heater. And I guess we'll probably be back to our normal Sunday time next week. Maybe.
All right.
Depending, because I'm running a business. So, the podcast we do just for fun. I don't get paid to do this, not yet. But Sundays, I usually kind of like to leave Sundays just to kind of chill out now, So we'll see. But we'll be back sooner or later.
All right. Peace.
I'll let you guys.